Hey folks, how's it going? RedMaster here, and welcome back to an episode of Cards and Castles, Casting Conflicts, where today we've got some great debuts for you all around the board. So let's go ahead and keep you waiting no longer. Let's go ahead and jump into match number one. Alright, and we're back. Another Casting Conflicts with some debuting stars all around here, both in the battlefield and in the booth. Dolphin, hi, welcome to the booth. First time for you.
Hello.
And we've got ARM, otherwise known as Triple J, taking on Oooje here. And looks to be a Viking Warlock versus Pirate Viking. So interesting that ARM's going with the Dragon choice here, potentially. I mean, seeing Dragon
Yeah,
training
ARM
Ice
definitely
Drake,
does have some Drakes going on.
assuming that may be similar to Vicious that we've seen on this series before, going for like cheap Raka, potentially. And then we've got Oooje on the other side of things. The Pirate Viking hasn't shown what he's got yet here, but I need predictions from you, Dolphin, because I know you were looking to get at Oooje before this recording, but unfortunately, the way things
I
worked
think he's
out.
going to do a lot of range shenanigans.
Oh, and Rusty Hooks. Okay, so perhaps Windy Hooks deck out of our friend here? Be interesting to see
Maybe.
that.
I know Oooje has been getting into the combo card, Grimthal.
Oh, right. So Mordok potentially and Sea Witch?
Yeah.
Alright, so that'd be interesting to see if that takes shape here. And I mean, Hooks is an interesting choice in general. Usually it kind of indicates a Rusty Hooks based deck, as he usually takes the focus. But if you're mentioning Grimthals, then I'm interested to see how Rusty Hooks really fits into the deck here. So, as Oooje... Oh, there's the pillar. Lovely freeze setup on turn 3. You love to see it.
Double demonic, looking like a game ender already there.
Oof, yeah, he's going to have to pass. He can't do anything. Can't use his Drakes to clear off the Freezing Pillar. The next Drake he has is either Aeroth or Green Drake, which he could probably push, the Ice Drake out of the Freezing Pillar's range, but still, it seems like an iffy play. I wouldn't go for it here. Yeah, this is looking dangerous for ARM, especially with the chain setup he's creating with that Rusty Hooks as well.
Yeah. I wonder if Oooje is actually just playing Mystic Rats.
I mean, the Sea Witch usually doesn't fall into Mystic Rats. I mean, like you were mentioning, if it's Grimthal, it's going to be Grimthal.
Oh, I don't know, because there's the temple.
I mean,
and that's what...
yeah, there is the temple. Oh, shit. I mean, there's great chain here all around.
I mean, in general, it could just be a swarm deck.
Perhaps. I mean... No, I mean, that would make sense, because you've got Sea Witch creating bigger storms with Grimthals, and you've got the Racking Mystic Journey, which can fit pretty nicely in every scenario with a Viking deck. But we're going to see a clear here for Oooje, most likely here with the Chain Lightning. I mean, connects the Skeleton to the Green Drake, that's 2. Faithful Drake gets knocked out. You do the Rusty Hooks, finishes off the Green Drake. Okay, going to...
Oh, nice, nice.
No, yeah, that works. That does work. I forgot the Green Drake buff was still there. That is going to be pretty advantageous for Oooje. But where does he go from here if you're ARM? I mean, the hand is not looking strong at all. Like,
yeah.
Dragon Knight, maybe. You get 2 units, clears off 2 units.
And it sucks because the Sea Witch is in a position to be able to get hit, but he can't hit it.
Right. He needed those Drakes to stay alive just so he can maybe do some Aeroth stuff or just pop out another Green Drake safer or, in a better position. And then, yeah, we're going to see a couple of chain hits here. He has to take them just to kind of clear off these units, throwing it back to Oooje. Double Demonic definitely going to be hurting ARM in the matchup here. But, I mean, does he have any chance of coming back, do you think, Dolphin? Or is this just it?
I think so. He has nice cards. He just needs to get later in the game to get the gold to use them.
And just hope that Oooje doesn't continue the pressure here with things.
Yeah,
like
it doesn't win by then, honestly.
All right, guards and armory. It seems we're getting bigger. We're getting bigger units here on the board here. Sea Witch taking 3 from Castle allows the Skeletal Pirates to come out here. Another 3 Castle. Do we connect to the Faithful or nope? We're gonna hit Castle here. So yeah, really put an ARM.
Yeah,
on
this is looking like a game ender.
I mean, what do we draw here to save ourselves here? Yenaroth
Nope, that's game.
would have been good if we had 9 gold to use Yenaroth. That would have saved us the game, but no, not exactly where we want to be. He's contemplating Aeroth, but what does it really do? Take out the Sea Witch, you can take out a Skeletal Pirate, and that's about it. So yeah, it's going to be the
Yep.
game here. Looks like ARM is going to surrender, not giving Oooje the opportunity to connect the face. Unfortunate. You never like to see it, but hey, overall I think it was a bit of a rough situation for him. I definitely think it could have been played out better if not for like double demonic sitting in hand that entire game. But I guess with that being said, Dolphins got nothing else to add, so we'll move on and see what players have to think about this match. All right, and match number 1 in the books now. Oooje, a bit of a strong showing from you in match number 1 here with Sea Witch Temple. How did you feel the match went for you? I mean, obviously you did pull out the victory here, but is there anything like noteworthy that you think you want to bring up about that?
Um, I mean, I thought I messed up when the big dragon died because I forgot about the small dragon dying would lead to him dying. But I realized it was just better to have Hook standing front body blocking so my witch would survive. So it was good anyways.
So you
Right.
killing the Green Drake was a mistake?
Oh yeah, I kind of forgot about it for a second.
I mean, that was a
I
hell of
think
a mistake. It worked out pretty well for you.
I still had
God
the
damn,
skeleton.
dude.
I was planning for the skeleton to kill him, so my skeleton survived. And like,
I mean, it
I,
provided a good extra
I
body for you.
usually I just
Yeah.
swapped the skeleton for him, but I apparently didn't need to, so that's nice.
So, talking about secrets real quick, usually we don't really find that in a lot of decks. Any reason why she's showing up here for you? Is she a main component? Is she sort of, maybe we just didn't see her full potential in the matchup here? Any words on that?
Oh yeah, she's. I just think she's great. Because well, you can see a lot of damage if you just get to attack on tower once, because other things if in a deck that buffs units,
Right.
and you can get the skeletons to walk forward and like freeze stuff with
Yeah.
the freeze cards. So it's great.
Alright, I mean, and it worked out quite well for you. So, Dolph, anything for Oooje before we talk to our other player?
No, not for Oooje.
Oh, so I guess you have something for Triple J here. Actually, Jay, before we start this, what do you prefer here? Because you've got, again, like a two-name situation here, so I always ask.
It doesn't matter.
Alright, I'm just call you Triple J because it sounds better. So, Jay, what do you felt like? Well, obviously, you probably know what the biggest issue for you was in that matchup here. But, I mean, talk us through it. Obviously, maybe not what you want to see here, but what were you planning to kind of do in that match?
So I got a good hand, pretty good, above average. I mean, 1, 2, 3, 4 is pretty good, and I thought that I could survive to the late game and do something. But this pillar play, I probably should have placed around it.
Right. Pillar was the absolute killer.
Yeah, pillar absolutely killed me, and then the chain temple, the girl, and
the
it just all went down from there.
Yeah,
It was
yeah. We mentioned in the matchup that probably not holding the double demonic was going to be the best option for you. You really needed to kind of get rid of the pillar to make more of an impactful play with those units here, but it kind of just left you to get set up. Which I mean, it happens sometimes. It's not in the cards. But I mean, I assume the goal was maybe cheaper Raka. I'm not sure if because we've seen that before on the show with the blue-red dragons. Was that something that you were kind of going for in the later game with this deck? Is that sort of the win condition here?
No, so the win condition is to ship some damage and then like land a big shot with demonic rage,
Oh,
or just kind of out tempo the opponent because drakes have a lot of stats, and you kind of like mess all the stats, and then you can land a finishing blow with range units or with something else. So you gotta deal like around 16 damage, and that's kind of what the point of the deck is.
okay, I got you. All right, so big Drake do big damage. Very excellent. But that's gonna be it for me. Dolphin, we have a match number 2. Would you like to give anything to Jay before we hop into that?
Jay, do you enjoy running Dragon Knight in your deck?
I mean, I considered, but without it, deck is performing worse. So
You don't think there's other cards you could opt in for that are better?
what?
I mean, do you run the 1 gold draw dragon card? Am I allowed to talk about this? Because I'm like revealing his deck.
Yeah, I draw. I can show the deck list.
I mean, yeah, we saw the stream, I believe. So, and Jump's done it before. Jump, Kratos, everyone's sort of revealed their deck. So, if you want, be my guest.
Yeah,
or
go into
if
your
not.
deck real quick.
So here's my deck list.
All right, looking solid. I question the one pyromancer, but
I mean, listen, sometimes it's a star for some people.
all right. I was just wondering, yeah, because I know a lot of people who don't like Dragon Knight, and then I know people who like Dragon Knight. So I was just wondering where you stand.
So I run Pyromancer because of, like, more third drops. Solid.
That's true. Very nice. All right, but with that aside, I think without revealing all the deck list for future installments of Casting Conflicts here, let's go ahead and jump into match number 2, folks, and see if what both players have in store for us. So let's go ahead and jump right to that now. All right, and match number 2, Dolphin looks like he's actually running back the same one? Question mark? Or this different?
With a lava font, which is not normal.
That is true. So this does seem to be a different deck than the first one that we saw in Game 1. Kind of curious on how this one is sort of different. Maybe more of a focus on pillar and maybe some wind manipulation alongside the dragons here. But of course we know Oooje back to running his, swarm strategy here. The Pirate Viking, the Sea Witch, Temple, Mystic Journey, all the fun stuff under the sun. And he's going for the coin dragon training. Alright, so he's going to cut out, he's going to get out Ice and Faithful on turn 2.
I think since he knows Oooje has such like a buildup of a swarm deck, I think he's just trying to rush him as fast as he can.
Right, and with no units, Oooje can't really get down a Frost Pillar this
Exactly,
turn.
yeah.
So he might end up taking 6 damage just because, unless,
And then he has a Dragon Temple, so that would be 8.
Very nice, yeah. When I
Maddie
hitting
pull?
the board. Oh, God.
Ooh.
Oh, no.
I bet Ooje's happy right now.
Well, I mean, we know that Jay's
Oh, he's holding the card preemptively.
He doesn't want it. Oooje does. Oh no, who are you? Jay does not want Oooje to have that Maddie. So now this does open up the pillar though for a right in front of castle, freezes off both Faithful and Ice. We'll see if Oooje takes it. But damn, that was aggressive. Does not.
And JJJ is also looking with a nice hand.
Yeah, you can go from Temple into Green into Aeroth, set himself up for the next 3 turns at the very least. Not to mention what he could possibly draw off the top. And Oooje gonna have to go with the Rusty Hooks. Ooh, that might get picked off. We can just move the Drake up, right? Okay, search, very nice. Makes the fire for another turn. Rusty gets taken out by the Faithful. Seems fine. You want the bigger damage on the castle. Makes sense there. And then, yeah, Arm's already kind of showcasing Green into Aeroth for these next 2 turns, which could potentially be the game if Oooje does not have a proper response.
And this is what JJJ was talking about, how his Drakes have such bulky health stats that it's hard to kill him off.
And then Oooje looks like going for a potential reanimate play here on turn 6, considering that those peasants have been moved away from the Ice Drake there. Only one of them going into the Faithful Drake to just kind of mitigate the damage.
Yeah.
Be interested to
see. I mean, that's game. Green Drake is flying.
That's true, but I mean, if he does look at like a double body block, potentially, I mean, he kills off one of the peasants, connects with the Ice Drake. Maybe does the second one gets put in for a reanimate and then something else? Oh, okay, Grendel.
Oh, there you go.
Yeah, alright, so we are going to survive here, as long as Oooje body blocks. Yep, there we go. But still, I think that might be... Oh, no.
That top deck. No?
He's got to take the Lightning Blade. No, take... No! Oh my god. Why don't you just take the lightning blade? It's literally like it's a chain 3. It's oh my god. I mean, I
And then
get
he would
it.
have been left with a what?
I get it. He wants to do something with Aeroth, push the Fire Drake, but he doesn't have enough gold to do like the Lightning Blade Aeroth in the same turn. So I don't understand why we just don't take the Lightning Blade too when there's so much value to be had.
Oh, there goes Green Drake.
Yep. So there's gonna go. The Green Drake's gonna die to a Lightning Blade Peasant. Oh. Can we actually pull this off? If he Aeroths, connects to the castle, kills off Grendel, that's gonna give a buff to another unit, and that might have set him up really well.
Yeah.
Or, okay, we're just gonna set up more Drakes for Aeroth, I guess. We really want to save the Aeroth Lightning Blade combo, don't we?
I mean, he has a Fire Drake with a Lightning Blade. That's an explosion chain, which I think this is just going to...
It might
I think
be,
this is
but it's
ending right
curious.
away.
It's curious how we haven't just kind of pushed to end the game yet.
Yeah.
I mean, maybe there's like a key position. Like, what ARM probably wants to do is push up a Fire Drake in a way that... Oh, actually, this might be game.
Is it?
He connects the Fire Drake over to the Grendel, well, pushes everything towards Aeroth. With Aeroth. The Fire Drake up top
This
connects
is
to the
game, yeah.
Grendel. Yeah. The explosion does the 2, and then the Fire Drake comes in and deals the remaining 4. So this is going to be game regardless for Jay. A lot later than we would have probably predicted, but hey, still a win nonetheless here. Just play it. Oh, you emoter. Oh boy. Yep, and then there's the push. Fire Drake connects the castle, kills a 3, and then, yep, the Fire Drake. Don't you dare touch anything else. Oh my god.
He's going for it.
Why did he BM? Oh my
Dude,
god.
he's pissed at those sea witches.
He is. But hey, it's a win nonetheless for him, and that means we do go to a game 3. So Dolphin, what do you think we go to the players and see how they're feeling after a, very strange game number 2?
So let's head for it.
Alright, folks, and we're back. Game number 2 in the books. And, Jay, a much better result for you in game number 2, wouldn't you agree?
Yes, they were.
So, I guess a couple things about the game that we did see. One was, probably, was this the same deck? Because we had seen a mulligan in the opening that kind of made it look otherwise.
2 variations of the same deck, but in different buildings to kind of like provide with some surprise and more decks. And the CR and less of the more Arcanov style deck.
Okay, so a bit more wind manipulation, which is interesting. You don't really see that too often, but overall, didn't see a whole lot of it. What we did see, though, which was kind of a bit of an interesting moment here, was the Lightning Blade and the Fire Drakes. I think that was... well, more specifically, we had this issue where I think you had like the 2 peasants in front of the castle, right? Or at least on Oooje's side. 2 peasants in front, the Grendel in the back. You had the chain potential right there with the Lightning Blade. How come we didn't go for the Lightning Blade? Because I think that might have been... that probably would have... I don't want to say it end the game, but actually it might have.
One off, I believe.
Yeah, but I mean, talk us through how you held off on the Lightning Blade. That's, I think, what we're going to get to here.
Yeah.
So I had like 2 Fire Drakes, and you generally want to combine Fire Drake with Lightning Blade because, boom, big damage.
Right. Okay, so that was just...
So you're just looking for boom, big damage.
Oh.
And the problem is, if you... Like, I might need that Lightning Blade to remove, like, big Stomp who stands behind... Not behind.
Right.
In front of the castle and kind of, like, blocks the face, and you can't hit it.
Looking at Oooje's deck, did you think he had a big unit? It seemed like a really swarm-based deck.
Bro, we saw Grendel. What do you mean?
Okay,
Yeah, there was...
I take that back.
So, okay, the Lightning Blade, more of a defensive hold for what we might have seen later on in the game instead of potentially ending it or getting closer to the end, which is fine, understandable, especially with Vikings having those big late game threats, Yenoroth, Yarm, even Mordok to a degree as well. So, alright, we kind of understand where that's coming from now, which is great. Other than that, though, I think it just went a whole lot better for you. Any words that you want to kind of give out on your perspective in the match before we jump to the other side?
Anyone who plays Frozen Pillar, I'll come for you. No, kill. Don't do it, kids.
Oh
Don't.
my
Next to
god.
me, I'll draw the right card.
All
But
right,
please do.
but Ooj, I guess over on the other side, not the best of situations for you. You want to talk us through what you were going through in that matchup?
Mm-hmm. Don't know what exactly to say. Ask me a question.
Oh, did you, oh, okay. So, just really, how did you feel the match went for you? Like, obviously it wasn't the best. You didn't get the best results, but like from your perspective, how did you feel in that position?
Yeah, I was scared once I saw the I don't remember the card name, but the thing that makes him draw a card and make Drakes cheaper for a round.
Dragon training?
Yeah, sure.
Okay. So basically once that early push came out, your hand wasn't really stacked to deal with it, is what you're kind of
Yeah, I
pointing at.
wasn't ready.
Okay. Yeah. So a bit unfortunate there, but I mean it happens. I mean we did pop for the Sea Witch pull that you got off the Matty, but I mean it
And
didn't
then
really last too long.
JJ just.
It's hard to stop rushes when you have a lot of mages, the ranged units.
Right.
Yeah, that's what we were thinking. That JJJ was rushing early, so you couldn't have a time set up.
Which, I mean, it looks like he was right. He, kind of predicted that
Yeah.
and just went running from there. But, I mean, Dolphin, do you have anything for Ooj before we jump into a game number 3 that we now have between the players?
Not really, no.
All right, so let's go ahead and get to game number 3. All right, folks, in game number 3, we are back, and oh boy, look what Jay has got in his hand.
Oh.
So after being pillared game 1, he might bring pillar out game 3, which we'll see if that ends up happening. Ooj going for the mirror matchup in faction colors, though. Another
Yeah.
Warlock Viking, which is interesting, although not the same direction, considering that Ryder hits the board. Dolphin, any comments on what Ooj might have up his sleeve here? I mean, Ryder in Warlock Viking could mean, standard aggro, or potentially some Molten Winds stuff, Pillar and Winds of Nord. Any thoughts?
I think Salahart alone. I mean, those two factions don't really have a lot of last will, huh?
Right.
I don't know. I think it's undead. Oh, I think is he Raka too?
Maybe? Maybe. I'm not too sure. We'll see how Jay responds, though, to the altar. Not a whole lot in his hand right now that can, so it looks like he's going to set up with some Drakes in the back. Seems fine, although it does give Ooj time to build up his swarm. What we could see, though, if Jay pulls
Holy
out...
crap.
Oh, boy. Double altar. I was going to say, if Jay pulls out, Chain, that could be very valuable. School of Knowledge also could do some work here. Setting up the
So
explosions.
JJJ definitely is trying to do like explosive lightning, yeah.
Yeah, that seems to be the idea behind the deck. The problem is, I'm not sure if it's going to have time to get off the ground, considering that we're going to be running a whole lot of zombies here on Ooj's side of the board. I mean, fire can help clean it up, and we do have Dragon's Fire in hand as well to clean up if things get a little nasty early on. But I'm curious to see what he's going to do just to get rid of these altars here, because these are probably Jay's biggest obstacle in this mid game.
And he can always coin into Dragon's Fire if he wants to clear that top one right now.
Oh, that's very true. He could. Or, I mean, we don't know what he might play for turn. He still has 5 gold, only put in the Lumberjack, so he gets an extra draw. Gravestalker for... Ooh, actually, that might be a good... Might be a good Dragon's Fire.
I think if he holds off for one more turn,
There's way too much value here. You take out all the units, you get rid of one of the altars.
Yeah.
This just might be it.
yeah, there's the board wipe. Now he's just rushing in.
I mean, I think Ooj just really expended his hand too much there.
I really think Oooje is matching him with a Raka deck. except less Drake focused and more undead focused.
Oh, the Cloak of Ice. Alright, so Oooje survived a bit longer, gives himself some more breathing room here.
Oh, there's Blue
The
Fire.
top deck, though. Does he go for the... I mean, that seems kind of a waste, just blue fire bolting a zombie when you could have so much more to do. Looks like
Yeah,
he's
and he's
setting up
gonna
the
opt
Green
for Green
Drake.
Drake.
Yep, that seems fine. We might see Oooje just body block that altar. He know that... Well, we know that he could take the risk in doing so.
I wonder what cards he's sitting on. Wow,
Has to
nothing
be
for 7.
has to be something for like, turn 8, turn 9 then if that's the case. Alright, so we're gonna bolt away
There
the
was a
zombie,
bottom
clearing
altar.
off the altar. Yep, seems fine.
Arm's racking up a deck here. Not a deck, but a board presence.
Yeah, so many drakes here. 2 fires, 1 faithful, 1 green, 1 ice. And really nothing that can't be cleared unless Oooje top decks something like a Dragon's Fire of his own. Oh, or Mordok.
Nice.
Yep, Mordok will be big. Take out the green, the Ice Drake for free. We get a damage on the Fire Drake. We take that out. Oh, alright, so we're kind of building back a bit of a comeback now. Very nice.
Oh shit! And then those 2 ones are frozen down there.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
So we'll see. Jay's going to go with the top pillar. Okay, so we're going to try and silence off the Mordok for now, rushing in Banshee to follow suit and the School of Magic. So both, well, not really both. I mean, Oooje has got a decent hand, but Jay kind of going all in here. Only got
Yeah.
2 cards left in hand, and that could be dangerous, especially as we get to the later game here where we haven't seen Oooje play a lot. A second Mordok. Oh, dear.
Oh, nice hit too.
Oh, wow.
That Cloak of Ice zombie is putting in some work.
He has, taking out some of Jay's heavy hitters, so that way there's less threats for him to deal with. Oh, the problem is,
Ooh.
if Oooje isn't careful in removing those drakes eventually, we now know there's a rack in hand.
Yeah. Nice blue fire too.
Yeah, can take away one of those Mordocs here. The question is, which one do you go for? I'm actually curious here, because I think the School of Magic might prompt multiple fears.
Oh, does it?
Well, now we can't figure it out, because he hit the zombie. So interested that he went for the Cloak of Ice zombie rather than the Mordocs. I would have probably gone with the Mordocs just because, if he ignores the Drakes, that's easy rack of food right there that he's ignoring. But seems fine nonetheless. I mean, now Oooje got 2 Mordocs to work with up against a Mordok on the other side, plus Wraith, Fire Drake, and Green Drake.
And we're at 10 gold, so we could be seeing a racker from Oooje any moment now too.
Yeah, that's true as well. Alright.
Oh.
Generating a Banshee off of that first Mordok, or second, well, it doesn't matter. A Mordok puts out a Banshee after trading with the Wraith there. What's this Banshee going to do, though, is a real question. Does that become the Raka target?
Oh, there it is.
Oh, that's big. That's big
Is
Raka
that a
value.
board clear? No.
No,
That was a green
sir.
drake, but
Yeah, he's got to go for that Green Drake. He doesn't want potential Raka moving forward here, and that. Okay, this isn't the worst. If I was Jay here, no, I wouldn't expend the Drake that far. So
that lava font not looking too pretty.
no, sir, it is not.
I have never seen people like actively run lava font. I don't know if that's just me, but
I mean, it's popular when you look at, Molten Winds as a deck
Shit.
option, but other than that, like, you either see it in, just really aggro in-your-face decks, or the Molten Winds stuff where the castle's pulled in closer so you can set up lava fonts in a better position.
yeah.
But now this just looks awful for Jay. Not a whole lot of resources in hand. The Banshee has to trade with the Rakanoth here. If you want to, go ahead and set up Lava Font. Not going to do you too much.
I think he might have been better leaving Banshee behind castle, so the next turn he can board wipe all of this.
Maybe, but even then, we've seen Oooje be more aggressive in connecting with units. I mean, rather than moving forward with Raka taking damage, we saw he went for the Green Drake kill. So he knows ARM has got some Raka focus in here. Maybe not focus, but he knows Raka's in here. And if he understands that his board can be cleared by a Raka, he's not going to take any chances leaving units alive.
True.
But we'll see. Oooje kind of holding off, though. The font's really throwing him off for a bit here. He's going to probably end up Necromancer and Gravestalker. Yep, colliding with the
He's
pillar.
going all in, yep.
Yep, Acolyte as well. Seems fine. And then,
He's going to
yeah.
end it there. I think this is... Oh!
It has to draw...
Nice!
Yeah, no, that works, kind of, but not enough.
Now if he can just clear Necromancer, he has a little chance of a comeback. But I think it's...
It's hard. It's gonna be hard. Because you're throwing back the initiative to Oooje now, who can easily just pop out another big body and force pressure. You know, oh, nope, Lightning Blade. Oh, double
Holy
Lightning
shit.
Blade. Nope, okay, so we're just gonna crush his hopes and dreams right there. Double Lightning Blade ends the game, and Oooje will take the set, going 2-1 in a not too bad series, I have to say. Overall, pretty good.
Oh, look at that!
Oh, and there's the
What
arrow.
a pull!
Oh boy. Okay, so with that being said, folks, let's go ahead and see how both players are feeling after game number 3. All right, folks, we're back. Game number 3 has concluded, and Oooje, you walk away with the set here. How do you feel?
Good.
Okay.
Like a champion.
You know, it's funny because not a whole lot of people win their debuts here on Casting Conflict. So to see, I mean, to know that you're fitting in with a selection who have won their debut, you know, I thought put in some more energy. But hey, I get it. Might be late there. I have no idea what time it is for you. But I mean, hey, let's go ahead and talk about the matchup here because I mean, I think we all know the MVP of this matchup was the Cloak Zombie. Had to have been. Talk us through just the Cloak Zombie. If you had any sort of, you know, doubts in playing it, why you just went for it. Talk us through it.
Yeah, no, that was for sure the only play to make at the moment. I don't think I played any cards next 2 turns because I only had like really expensive cards.
Yeah, we
Oh,
noticed.
no,
I think like a
they-
pass
they
on
won
turn
the
7
graveyard.
was very interesting. You know, we
Mhm.
kind
Yeah,
of.
also the graveyard, I think.
Hmm.
But yeah, that was what I had.
I mean, and
How
it
long
worked
were you
out for
sitting on 2 Lightning Blades for?
Oh.
Or did you draw those?
Can't hear that good right now. Kinda laggy.
No, I think
What?
no. The idea was just we don't need the stream, but I was just mentioning, or you know, he was just mentioning how long were you holding the lightning blades for?
Discord started lagging. I can't hear you at all.
Oh, Discord's okay. All right. So well, we'll get him back there for a moment. How about Jay? Can you hear us?
No, I can't. How could I?
He's deaf.
Oh no.
All right, back to you, Oooje. We have a deaf guy over here.
Okay, does it work now?
Yeah, we be
I
able
can
to
hear
hear
you.
you. You just can't hear
Okay, I
us,
can hear
right?
you guys too now.
Oh, fantastic.
Yeah, I can hear you now.
All right.
Join back. Hooray.
All right. Lightning blades. How long were you holding them for? That's what we want to know.
I literally drew both at when Sudden Death started.
Oh my god. Oh.
You what? You what?
I had other cards that could do damage though.
Oh my god. Okay, so, okay, moving on. Dolphin, do you have
Need the
anything else
rage,
besides the
basically.
infuriating lightning blade question?
Not really. I mean, that cloak zombie was a Chad. An absolute.
Absolute
Chad.
Chad, yeah.
So that was my team.
Why didn't you opt? No, I guess that's a question for JJ.
All right, well, I mean, go ahead and ask him, Dolphin. Why not?
All right, Deaf Man. Why didn't you opt to kill the zombie earlier than you could have? Because you had that blue firebolt.
He doesn't.
Because I was dumb, and I didn't want to inefficiently spend gold.
Right.
Like,
Yeah, I think Red talked about that because spending that on a 0 gold unit would have been bad. But those drakes ended up being food for Mordok, and that screwed you over.
I mean, I kind of also hinted that if he had kind of ignored the drakes, you would have been in a great place to set up your own Raka. But as soon as he kind of hit yours, he, you know, cleared off your remaining frozen drakes here, which a bit unfortunate, but you know, I guess he had the foresight to think about, oh hey, potential Raka. So, yeah, it's a bit
I mean,
hard.
it's not about the rack. It's about the two Mordogs that he got on turn 8 and 9.
That's
That
true
was
too. Yeah,
just
absolutely huge. Absolutely huge. But I mean, overall, I think your biggest thing that I also mentioned here, you went a little uh, all in. I think at one point you were only you had like 2 cards in hand. Talk to us about the decision to just commit to the board, being as aggressive as you were here, despite the situations of, like the dual Morlocks and stuff like that.
I mean, if I can play stuff, I'll play stuff. That's it.
I like the way JJJ thinks.
That's
You know, he
true.
goes
Like
for big boom damage. Play
big
stuff, won't
damage.
play stuff.
You just go. You just do the things that you gotta do.
All right,
That's all there's to it.
and that's fair,
And
man.
sometimes you have crappy people like Oooje who screw you over.
Oh, okay. Well, with
Yes.
that with that being said, folks, I'm gonna throw it out to myself to close it out because Dolphin, I'm pretty sure you've said your piece. So, yeah, we'll
Mm,
close it out. Nope, I'm cutting you off. All right, folks, and with that being said, that will conclude our edition of Casting Conflicts here for the day. If you guys did enjoy the video, be sure to leave a like to show that you did, as well as share with your friends, subscribe, and comment down below. Always greatly appreciated, and of course, it does help the channel grow after all. But with that being said, that's going to do it for me for now. So until next time, guys, stay gaming.